This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Why do you think YouTube content creators would all of a sudden be freaking out at YouTube right now and saying, uh-oh, everything's getting demonetized? I'll tell you why. Because the kind of content creator that's complaining is the kind of content creator that sits around and puts out 1 or 2 videos a day tops. I hate to say it. It's not high effort work. Alright? I'm not saying it's not popular. I'm just telling you it's not high effort work. When all you're doing is you're sitting around, you put out 2 videos a day, and then you do a stream for an hour. That's not a day of work. Alright? Very much so, it could be with some of those popular content on YouTube. It could be millions of views per video, and they're making thousands of dollars in a day, but it's not a full day of work. It's just not. And you know what? More power to them. I'm not criticizing those kind of YouTubers, because if they can make it work, if they only have to work a few hours a day, you know, and they make that kind of content and they make money doing it and they don't have to go crazy, I guess that's the life, right? Isn't that the life we'd all like to have? You don't have to sit around working all day. Instead, you could just do whatever you want with your time because you're rolling in money. That's the life a lot of these big YouTubers live, okay?
That's like me, right? That's like me.
So that being said, you know, let's say you're a big-time YouTuber and you put out 2 big videos a day, each video getting hundreds of thousands to millions of views, and maybe you do a stream a day of an hour or 2 with your audience. So that's your income. 3 pieces of content. What happens if 1 or 2 pieces of that content gets demonetized? Oops, I just lost 2/3 of my income for the day, right? So that's why this is a big problem among these kind of big YouTubers who are all of a sudden complaining about this. For someone who's a normal person, you don't care if a video gets demonetized here or there. Who gives a shit? How does it really affect you? No, it doesn't. Not in a big way. For me, every day I've got a podcast. Well, first of all, I've got a live stream. And the live stream is monetized, although quite frankly, it's not necessarily highly monetized. You probably see an ad run on this live stream when it starts, and I take 1 ad break during each stream, and that's it. So I don't make a lot of money on a stream. Just up front, I really don't. It's very little that I ever make on a stream. Then I do the podcast, usually 2 to 3 pieces of gameplay, and then on my late stream, we've got 2 more gameplay videos, a stream, and the daily wrap. So if you add it all up, 2 streams, podcast, 3 pieces of gameplay, 2 pieces of gameplay, daily wrap. 9 things I do a day.
No.
That can all be monetized. Now, in addition to that, if you haven't noticed, the vast majority of support that I get is from my live audience. It's from you guys who watch the content and you appreciate it, so you contribute. You tip. You do a super chat. You become a member, right? All these things. That crowdfunding has really become my bread and butter when it comes to my business over the last 5 years since I became a full-time content creator. What that has allowed me to do is to essentially remove the shackles of YouTube from my business. I am not reliant on YouTube ad revenue. I'm not beholden to them. If they demonetize 1 or 2 videos of mine that I put out today, I don't care. I literally do not care. Okay? Now, if they demonetized every video I put out, then I'd probably have some issue. But in reality, it's just not a big deal. Who cares if they demonetize a few videos every once in a while? It's not a big deal at all. Because I have diversified my income. I've got people who crowdfund me on the streams. I've got people pledging to my Patreon. I do have ad revenue on YouTube. I've got all this going on.
Oh no! What a greedy bastard.
So what they did is they instituted changes. When you upload a video to YouTube, there's a questionnaire that you must answer explaining the type of content that you're uploading. Like, what is it? I feel like I'm filling out a job application. All I want to do is upload a video. You know? It's pretty insane. So, it's gotten more convoluted. And what I've noticed is a month or 2 ago, as I went to upload a video, that for some reason the drop-down menus for this questionnaire changed. So, noticing that it changed, I skimmed through it. And absolutely, YouTube snuck in some changes. They didn't make a big announcement they were doing this, and the changes are as follows. Do you have any swearing or adult language within the first 15 seconds of your video? If you say yes, your video is immediately flagged and demonetized.
Oh my god!
Okay? So if at any time the video goes on within 15 seconds, F, done. You're done. Okay? If you have any kind of a swear word in the title or tags of your video, or even the body of your video, the description, any swear words, demonetized. Do I agree with YouTube rolling out a change like that and not explaining it? I do not. I think YouTube should be absolutely transparent with major changes like this, and they literally never are. I've said this over the years, and I'll say it again. YouTube and its management, not necessarily the line level employees, but its management, has this mentality that they are smarter than everyone else. They think that they are like big brains.
Ow! Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? Why'd you just go to bite mommy? Wow. All right. So you see what pigs can do.
You might say you're a giant YouTuber, and you're upset because you like swearing in the first 15 seconds of your video. You like putting profanity in the title and the description of your video, and you can't do it anymore. Well, I'm going somewhere else. Where are you going? Where exactly are you going? Nowhere. You're just going to have to deal with it, man. Right? You're just going to have to deal with it and be here and deal with the change. There's nothing you can do about it. Either you like it or you don't, right? I hate to say it, the big YouTubers don't really have an audience that's going to be a profitable audience. All those years that PewDiePie was making millions of dollars on YouTube ads, how many of those kids that watch his content do you really think bought the products they saw in those ads? Let's be honest here. PewDiePie is an example of someone who made millions and millions of dollars, an empire, on children watching his content, but literally they didn't make any money for any company, all right? He's lucky. He basically was there during the era of YouTube where you could get away with it. Now what's happening is these YouTubers who are making lowbrow content, drama content, content for an audience that literally is not there to think, they're there to laugh, ha ha ha, drama drama, and then move on. They're now realizing, oops, maybe this isn't profitable anymore, right? Now here's the thing. Most of these content creators are huge. They can easily get sponsorships. So these guys are big. They're making tons of money anyway. You know, having a video demonetized today, is that the end of the world for them? No. At the same time, I'm sure it's going to affect them in the pocketbook, and that's why they're a little concerned. But did YouTube all of a sudden shadow change everything behind the scenes, secret conspiracy, and everyone should be made aware? No. YouTube did not. YouTube has been moving this direction for a very long time, slowly but surely, and you kind of knew it was coming, right? They don't want people just sitting there swearing nonstop and then making millions of dollars for just being an ass. Sorry, that's not profitable. It shouldn't be. Just because you're an over-the-top idiot doesn't mean that you should be rich. And that's, I hate to say it, that's what a lot of YouTubers are these days. Is, oh, drama, 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 swearing, 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 insulting people, causing these giant arguments, causing all these problems, looking through other people's dirty laundry, blah, blah, blah. I made $1 million today. You know, it's like, what? That's not what advertisers want. So if you're going to be reliant on YouTube ad revenue, you're going to have to start making quality content. All right? Now listen, if you want to still make that kind of drama content, there's probably a ridiculous amount of advertisers out there who will back you because they want you to show their products. Someone on YouTube, for every video they upload, gets between 1 to 2 million views. They put out a stream every day that gets heavily supported by their viewing audience. They also have ridiculous amounts of sponsorships. They may be losing a little bit of ad revenue. Do you really think they need you to throw money at them right now? Or is it that maybe they're a little nervous because they've been coasting so long on the limited content that they put out on YouTube, and now all of a sudden, I can't just do that anymore? I gotta, like, put effort? Oh, fuck. That's not good. So let me make a panic mode with my viewers and hopefully they'll throw me extra dough, right?
That's like me, right? That's like me. Breathe!
There's a difference between this kind of thing and me being like, you know, things are falling apart around here because trolls are ruining my livelihood. That's a little bit different. This is not a troll. This is YouTube doing things that make sense for the business and for everyone at large. Because if the advertisements are more effective, if they hit an audience that's more effective and they will actually buy the products in said advertisements, then there's going to be more ads on YouTube to go around for more people. It's going to be more profitable for everyone, right? YouTube is trying to do the right thing business-wise. They're just doing it in the wrong way. If they're going to change the site, they absolutely should be transparent about it with everyone and not do these little secretive changes in your questionnaire every time you upload a video. But again, I noticed these changes months ago. Has it affected me? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've noticed a couple videos got demonetized.
Oh my God! Change, adapt, or die. That's life, right? It's Darwinism. Either you're gonna adapt or you're out of here, you know. And it's been like this on YouTube many, many times over the years. You know, I had to change. I was a full-time YouTuber, reliant full-time, 100% on YouTube ad revenue. And when the adpocalypse changed everything in 2017, I changed myself. I evolved. I became a full-time beggar. I am now mostly crowdfunded by a live audience. Is there definitely an ad revenue part of the equation? Of course there is, but it's a small part of the equation with all these other giant pieces, you see? It's nice to have that ad revenue every month. I absolutely enjoy having it, but it's not the end-all be-all of who I am as a content creator, thankfully, right? That is disgusting.
I'm not even going to say the name of the person. Here's what I'm going to say. An anonymous tipper asked the following. So-and-so said on stream the other day, it is unfair and disrespectful to put the burden on your fans to pay your bills. He said 95% or more of your revenue should be from sponsorships and ad money and not from direct donations from fans, as is never reliable or dependable. It puts the onus on making fans give money for wrong reasons. Do you agree, or do you wish you weren't so dependent on people's generosity? Okay? So, I'm not going to say who he's claiming said it because I don't even know if it's true this person said it or not. Okay? Alright? Now, I can come at this from two different directions. I can come at this from a direction of over 10 years ago when I was very popular on YouTube. I made my entire living on ad revenue because I was able to do so. And now I can tell you from today's perspective. Okay? From someone 10 years ago who made a living solely on ad revenue on YouTube and was able to do that. That was a great time because you're absolutely right. I didn't have to ask anyone for anything. I literally felt like I was 100% in control of the situation at all moments. I could play any game I wanted. I could do whatever I wanted. The views would come in. The money would come in. And everything was great, right? At that time, did I ask anyone for anything? No. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want. So, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what, email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com.
I've gotten many donations, and as I said before, if you send me a donation of, $10, $15, $20 or more, I'll mention your name in a video because I do appreciate that. So
every once in a while, there was something like that. I remember there was a custom company called Laser Mods, and I think I advertised one of their controllers. All they did was send me a controller. They didn't pay me for it. I had, at one point, a Loot Crate partnership where I would unbox a Loot Crate once a month, should do a video, and if you bought a Loot Crate with my referral code, I'd make a little bit of money, of which I think total I made like $300 total the entirety of the partnership. I'm not saying that I was above that and never did it. What I'm saying is, even when I was at the top of the world, alright, basically, I was in a situation where I could have been making myself very secure, and I didn't. Why? Because I respected my viewers too much.
That was good. And so people actually believed me. Oh, people are just very gullible on the internet. I don't know what else to say.
I didn't want the entirety of my content to become, here's an ad for this product, here's an ad for this product, Phil does a promotional video for this or that. So what this person is saying is very true. You can absolutely make a living with 95% or more of your revenue being sponsorships and ad money. Absolutely, that's correct. Ad money, not really anymore, I had to say. Because ad revenue is just not where it was. At one point, yeah, 100% of my living was ad revenue. Today, good luck. So, basically what I hear, what this person is saying, is a very unique perspective, because this is a perspective of someone who only sees from the top of the ivory tower. That's true. If you're someone who every video you put out gets millions of views, and you can get an advertisement campaign going with a company, and you make $1 million on that campaign, and you can make a living doing that, good on you. I mean, great. I mean, the vast majority of your content is now shilling, and you're basically a walking paid advertisement, a cartoon character, a Muppet, whatever you want to call it, because all you care about is the money, or else you wouldn't be just constantly shilling and caring about the ads, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that's fine. If that's really who you want to be for the rest of your life, good on you.
Give me all the money.
Make a living doing that. But that's not where normal people usually are, especially me, for my life. First of all, I've never really been in that position. The one time I was, when I was at the top of my YouTube game, I purposely decided not to do that.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
I feel that when you say something like this, 95% of your living should be ad revenue or sponsorships, okay? That's great if you can do that. And how many people can actually do that? Like, that's such an elitist comment because most people can't do that, right? They just can't. It's not possible to make an entire living just on a sponsorship or a partnership or an ad revenue. It's just not anymore. Again, pre-2017, it was possible. But after the adpocalypse, everything changed.
This is the opinion of someone who lives in a different world from reality.
They have always been at the top. They probably put out videos that make so much ad revenue and have so many opportunities because they're basically a pseudo-celebrity. They don't understand what it's like to be a normal person trying to make content. So it's an incredibly pompous, over-the-top, elitist, off-base, ridiculous comment that doesn't apply to the vast majority of the internet. In addition, Think of the difference between someone who makes a living because people like the free content they put out and willingly decide to contribute.
Phil has the pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing.
There's a difference between a willful contribution and a necessary contribution, meaning you watch that content, there's ads on it. Well, it's unavoidable. The ads, versus, oh, I like the content so much, I'm going to go above and beyond to support that content, right? There's people who are popular because they're popular, and then there's people who are popular because people like the content. There's a difference. People who make a living through crowdfunding probably is because people like their content. I'm not going to sit here and shill to you. I'm not going to sit here and rely on ad revenue. If you like my content, then please support it. And then people support it. What's the problem with that? Right? This person says, it's not reliable or dependable. I've had more consistent income ever since I became a full-time streamer than I did before. It's true. Since I became a full-time streamer in 2017, I've had more reliable and consistent income in my life than all those years before where I was beholden to YouTube's ad revenue system. Because at any moment, you could make one of these changes. And then when they make a change, you're screwed. And there's nothing you can do about it. Deal with it, right? Would you rather be beholden to a corporation that doesn't care about you and will just at any moment make a big sweeping change and change your entire livelihood? They've put entire YouTube channels out of business overnight because of a change. Is that okay? Why would that be okay? If you have crowdfunding, then you don't have to worry about that. People will support you no matter where you go because you're actually loved for the content you put out. What's wrong with that? Right? This is a person who is so ridiculously off base, and so, their brain is, screwed on the wrong way, because they've been in a situation where they can be high and mighty for so many years, they don't even know what it's like to be a normal person anymore.
The bubble man, it's like, I had put myself into this bubble.
And I would absolutely positively love for this person to tell me how they would make a living if all of a sudden YouTube demonetized all their videos and they lost all their sponsorships overnight, how quickly their attitude would change and immediately, hey everyone, please crowdfund me, please crowdfund me. It's nice to say shit like this when you're on top. It really is. But then when you get godsmacked by reality and you get back down to the bottom with everyone else, all of a sudden you realize, oh, maybe I was a little bit cocky there. It's a really dumb thing this person said. If anything, it sounds to me like they were saying this in response to people saying, what about those abusive streamers on Twitch who are sucking money out of their audience and they're preying on their audience, and they responded, I don't like that practice. That's different than just crowdfunding in general. You see?
Give me your monies. Again and again and again. Keep giving me the monies. Woo! Thank you guys. I'm hungry. I can't wait to eat this chicken. It smells so effing good. Thank you all. I will see you all tonight. Hopefully. Peace out. See you then. Later. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind. And it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.